$7 million. There you go. That is $7 million on the 1964 Ford GT40 prototype, which goes home to Tokyo with Mr. Salvo right there. Congratulations. All right, gentlemen, we have reached the final surprise for today's auction, and it is a hot topic indeed. Ladies, please come along. Miss, a pleasure, I must say. All right, gentlemen, Madam Sweetheart over here needs no introductions. We all know how special she is. So let's say bidding for some quality time with this beauty begins at the last mark. $7 million. Let's not forget, though, the lady has the last word on who gets to take her for a night out around town. Okay, I've got 7.2 million back there with Mr. Salvo. 7.4 calls Mr. Gates. 7.6, and what's that? 7.6 in the Condor? Wow, this is firing up. A luxury helicopter valued at $985,000, says Mr. Salvo. Mr. Gates, Mr. Bechani, what have you got to say about this? Seems they were left silent.
I'll round it up to $8 million, and I'll have dinner around the world on my own private jet, along with the Ferrari of her choice. Bluffer! He's bluffing. Always so flamboyant, Gates. If only you took as much care of your merchandise as you take care of your women. That's precisely why I'll die rich and in good company, not like you, Salvo. You're the one who needs to bid on an auction to get the slightest bit of attention from a lover.
Boys, come on. We're in the middle of something important here. Would you show some respect to the lady? Remember, she has the last word. If I were you, I'd ask, what is it that you want the most, my love? What is it that you dream of, my queen? Is it a place or places? Is it jewels, emeralds perhaps? They'd go perfect with those enticing eyes of yours. What an honor to simply be the stones hanging over your neck.
Oh, come on, Bechani. Would you place your bid already? Or are you doing the math inside your head after the failure of your last operation? I bet you're only making time to count your properties.
Please, gentlemen, let's remember, no guns are allowed in this area, Mr. Bechani. Now, shall we go back to our business?
I'll leave it at $8 million. A private dinner anywhere in the world that you wish to go, and a platinum card to your name. To last the rest of your beautiful lifetime.
See? It's all about money with these criminals.
Who are you calling a criminal, Salvo? You're the most cold-blooded murderer I've ever known. And always I thought I was brutal myself. Let me finish my bid, would ya? Sweetheart, my beauty, pick anything you want out of my catalog of vacation homes, whichever you prefer. Paris, New York, the Caribbean, Fiji, my darling, your wishes are my commands.
How extravagant you are, Bechani. I assume it's the best way to cover up for your lack of emotional stability. Sweetheart, baby girl, this is nothing but a formality, you know it. In reality, the only one able to truly put an end to this Mafia war of the heart is me. And you know it, no amount of money and luxury can make up for the memories we've built together and the ones we can keep on creating. My dear, to prove to you how well I know you, I shall not bid any more money than what I've already offered. I will add, though, your own private jet and crew to the bid, because I know how much you like to travel. along with a few stocks and a lifelong free pass to any Six Flags you wish to go to. Yeah, that's right. In memory of our first date, because I know how much you love a roller coaster. Sweetheart, my love, what kind of a cheap bid is that? It's the bid of someone who actually gives a damn about her. Someone who has actually taken the time to get to know her. Can't you tell? Perhaps you've been pinched too much and have forgotten how to actually treat a lady. Hey, you're just begging for me to take you on a one-way ride, aren't you? How about you, bitch, Annie? Intimidated enough already?
Not at all, Salvo. I'm just witnessing the tantrums you two have going on over there. It is the loudest one in the room who will always be the weakest. Well, sweetheart, Mr. Host, this auction seems to be reaching its peak, don't you think? You don't know me that well at all, do you, sweetheart? Let me introduce myself. The name's Becciani, head of the Roma family. You probably haven't heard much of me because, well, unlike these boys ridiculizing themselves over you, I prefer to lay low. They say first comes the sugar, then the power, and later the women. Now I'm an old man. I cannot give a woman a long life of attention, but what I can do is place her on a castle and promise her a life long of riches. If that is what you want, that is what I offer.
Well, what an interesting auction I've found myself at. Certainly the best was saved for last. Now, Madam Sweetheart, it is your turn to choose a winner. Who will be the lucky son of a bitch who gets to take you home tonight?